Hello students, welcome back in maths lesson. Today we're going to talk about line graph. What is line graph? A line graph is used to display information which changes over time. It is plotted on a graph as a series of points joined with straight lines. The y-axis of the vertical line represents as the quantity. Here is the example of the line graph. As we can see on the title, the line graph represents dozens of hot dogs sold per day. How to read a line graph? Take a look at this line graph. One thing you should know is what does the graph represents. The graph represents the number of candles sold since January until June. The number of candles sold are recorded in every month. The months are written in horizontal line or we call as x-axis. Here is the x-axis. It starts from January, February, March, April, May, June. The number of candles sold are counted in whole numbers. The numbers are written in the vertical line we call as y-axis. Take a look at the numbers on the y-axis. The numbers are in pattern. The pattern is multiples of 10. 0, 10, 20, 30, and so on until 90. To read the line graph, we should start from x-axis to y-axis. For example, January. Take a look at the point above January. It points to 40. So in January, there were 40 candles sold. Take a look at April. Look at the point above April. The point shows 70 on the y-axis, which means there are 70 candles were sold on April. Now look at the example. How many candles were sold on February? Look at the point above February. The point shows between 50 and 60 on the y-axis, which means the middle of 50 and 60 it is 55. So there are 55 candles were sold on February. 2. The most candles were sold on. To find the most number, just take a look at the highest point of the line graph. The highest point shows to 80, which means it is on May. So the most candles were sold on May, not 80. The answer should be in the period. Number 3. The number of candles sold were same on. Just look at the point. Which point are on the same horizontal line? As we can see, it is 40. 40. There are 2 points shows 40. They are on January and June. So the number of candles sold were same on January and June. Number 4. There are blank more candles were sold on May than April. In this case, we are going to find the difference. Take a look at May. There are 80 candles were sold on May. Take a look at April. There are 70 candles were sold on April. Then find the difference. 80 minus 70 equals 10. So there are 10 more candles were sold on May than April. Remember, to find the difference is the greater number minus the smaller number. Number 5. The number of candles sold in January was half of the candles sold on blank. Take a look at January. There are 40 candles were sold in January. 40. We gotta find the number where 40 is the half. 40 is half of 80. Then find the point that shows 80. 80. 80 represents the number of candles sold on May. So the number of candles sold in January was half of the candles sold on May. Now we're going to draw a line graph. The table below represents the number of visitors visited Kun Kun Coffee Shop. the number of visitors were recorded since Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. As we can see from the table, there are 30 visitors visited Kun Kun Coffee Shop on Monday, and there are 40 visitors visited Kun Kun Coffee Shop on Tuesday, and there are 45 visitors visited Kun Kun Coffee Shop on Wednesday. The first thing we should draw is the grid, or the x-axis and the y-axis, where the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be on the x-axis or the horizontal line. Then what about the y-axis? The y-axis will represent the number of visitors. As we know, the number should be in whole number, and the number should be in pattern. Take a look at the number of visitors. They are 30, 40, and 45. Now, in the y-axis, we can make the pattern in multiple of 10. Remember, it should start from 0. So the numbers will be 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, just like this. The numbers should be in sequence. Then we put the dot. Monday, there are 30 visitors on Monday. Then drag a line from Monday that matches to 30. And then Tuesday, 40. Drag a line from Tuesday that matches to 40. And Wednesday, 45. Do you see 45 on the y-axis? No. If you do not find the 45, then imagine, where does 45 should be? 45 is in the middle of 40 and 50. So you drag a line from Wednesday that matches to 45, or it is in the middle of 40 and 50. After you put all the dots, then drag a line from the first dot to the next dot, just like this. Ta-da! So here is the line graph of the number of visitors visited Kun Kun Coffee Shop since Monday to Wednesday.